Hey fam, you know when you see this crew, you know what we about to do. Another episode of that round table. Today we're gonna talk about Blue Beetle. And you remember before I was telling you guys that DC was coming. Forget about that. I take that back. After watching Blue Beetle, it's giving me low budget Iron Man meets Laura Croft vibes. So to give it a fair shake, I'm gonna relate to the experts over here so they can tell you exactly what they think about it. Because it wasn't doing it for me, but they can give you the real scoop. Mike, why don't you start us off
Sure.
and just give us a little history on Blue Beetle itself.
Blue Beetle actually goes back to like the 1930s. I had no idea until I found out sometime earlier this week. So it starts back as early as that, and I was kind of surprised. They did different iterations of the character over the years, and I hadn't seen anything brand new on it, so I need to do a little bit more research.
Mm-hmm.
But it does have a very long history, which I'm kind of surprised about. And at that time, I can't remember. DC was called something else. It took a while before DC turned into DC Comics. But yeah, the character had been around for years, longer than a lot of the comic book characters that we see in movies right now. That was impressive. Didn't know if his heritage was Hispanic, so I'll be letting you know about that later on. I'm going to do research. Yeah. However, I did go see the movie last week, and I hate to say it, but I was a little disappointed. I was really hoping, just based off the fact that James Gunn said that this is going to kind of soft reboot his new DC universe. He may have been being nice because they dumped some money on this movie. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it looks good, not all of it, but a lot of it looks really good. And it does look like it's like at least $150 million movie. But I've got several criticisms about it. First of all, I'm just going to say the acting wasn't bad. Everybody did well with what they were given. I was really disappointed with George Lopez's character. He's like that uncle that everybody has that uncle that you don't really want to give him too much beer at the barbecue because he might show off a little bit, saying some stuff that he ain't supposed to be saying. So he was pretty much kind of, mooching off the family, but in a good way. Everybody loved him, and he wasn't disrespectful, nothing like that. But his skill set was apparently hidden because all of a sudden during the movie, like when you really needed something to happen, all of a sudden he's got a project that he's been working on in the garage that's going to be able to take out security systems and things of that nature, so folks can get into a multi-million-dollar building to go steal something. It made no sense at all. They didn't do any kind of setup, giving us the impression that this guy is that guy. Next thing you know, he's able to hack alien tech. You never saw it before. He's able to do some other things with a flying vehicle. I was thoroughly disappointed with this movie. It could have been better. When you say Iron Man, at least with Iron Man, Tony Stark was like a boy genius. His dad, pretty much the same way. Plus, they had mad money, and they were able to create. They were a company that would work with the Department of Defense and made weapons of mass destruction. So that's the hop, skip, and a jump to the Iron Man suit for my money. At least you've established something.
Right.
Blue Beetle is like they wanted to go from 0 to 60 like this, so that the next movie you get, there's your basis. But the way they got to some of the things didn't make any sense to me. The family dynamic was good. Didn't have any problems with that. The love story aspect of it, you can see it from a mile away, and on paper, it doesn't seem like it should work. It really doesn't. This dude was tripping over himself to get with this millionaire company owner. There's no reason to believe that any of this stuff was going to work out for him. But guess what? He put on that suit, and now he's he's the fat guy.
Okay.
So I'll give it a rating after we finish doing a review. I'm sorry for taking up so much time.
It was very interesting that you said that this came out so long ago.
Yes.
Because now I'm wondering. At first, I was going to say the whole Blue Beetle taking over his body thing was kind of like copying off of Venom
Yes.
on Spider-Man.
Yes.
But maybe
yes.
Venom copied off of Blue Beetle.
That's possible, but Venom did it better.
Right. Well, yeah.
If he was really
Yeah.
copying,
Yeah, exactly.
you'd have caught that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I'm wondering who copied off of who now.
True. I feel you.
Because, you know, a lot of that Marvel stuff came out a long time ago too, so I don't know who's copying off of who.
Right.
But I do know who did it better.
You know what? It doesn't matter who. Remember the movie Tombstone?
Mm-hmm.
It came out the same year that Kevin Costner did Wyatt Earp.
Mm-hmm.
Wyatt Earp was an hour longer with probably a little bit better star power, but Tombstone ate his lunch.
Yeah, it did.
And it did benefit that they came out first that year.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter who came out first, it's who did it better.
Yeah, true. And I guess me and you agree on who did it better.
Yes.
Now, Jocelyn, what do you think?
I kind of like Blue Beetle a little bit, you know, just with the special effects, because I'm a special effects girl.
Yeah.
Like that, and looking at the special effects and how they did it, and I was just, but I did have one thing that I didn't like, that Beetle, and they was that little bug that came out, and how they drove it, and some of the thing, especially Grandma. I mean, I love grandmas and stuff like that. But Grandma came out there. Grandma was rocking that gun. She handled that joint well, but Grandma was preparing all along because Grandma was watching her shows when people thought she wasn't paying attention. Grandma was learning from TV when they had her sitting in front of the TV.
Yeah.
And she lit them people up.
One thing you said about the family that you like, the family aspect about it. Jonathan, did you like that part as well? Because that was the only really good thing I liked about it. Is that how they came together.
How they came together and the family dynamic, and then the sister that was always trying to say, "Oh, we're gonna mess this is it." She was a downer, look.
Yeah.
But then then they all came together, and it's for the family, and I like the way the community came together too.
They did a great job of helping each other out, being there for each other. And when you said that daughter was a little bit of a downer, she was there when it counted. Mm-hmm. So I agree with you though.
Okay.
I agree very much.
All right. I'm glad you agree with me.
So, did you, well, both of you, did you think it was more, that movie was geared more toward kids
Yes.
than adults?
Yes.
Okay.
I can see them cranking out toys as we speak.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was thinking. It's more for the kids.
Yeah, the
That's
scarab.
why I didn't really
and
vibe
the
with
little
it.
thing. Yeah, the little scarab, the Blue Beetle. I can see them manufacturing that.
Christmas is coming.
Christmas is coming, and my grandkids probably gonna want some Blue Beetles or something like that.
Yeah.
But not that car.
Here's a criticism. Could they have made him Blue Beetle without that thing on his back? He looked like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I don't know if that's necessary. Okay, the Beetle's in his body. Okay, I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
I did like the effect where his clothes burnt off when he turned into the Blue Beetle, and he was just butt naked all the rest of the time when he went back to his regular self. I thought that was pretty funny, like that. But the rest of the movie should have copied off of that vibe. But the pacing was kind of here and there, and they weren't able to reproduce that. But that part was pretty funny to me.
You liked it though, so
Yeah, I liked it.
out of 5 stars, where we going?
Out of 5 stars, I'll give it a 4.
4. Ooh.
I give it a 4.
You heard it, fans. I mean, a 4, that means go see it.
That's from me, just sitting up there watching it. I enjoyed it, but he didn't enjoy
All right,
it.
so all the stuff that I complained about was a result of it's the same origin story we've seen with other movies that weren't as good as some of the origin stories that you get with Marvel. With Marvel, a lot of their characters were already established, so you didn't have to worry about an origin story. But for this, they copied off of a lot of other movies, but they didn't do it well. You got to catch my attention right off the jump. and I think they started off weak and then never really recovered. So I'll give it a star because of Grandma.
Oh, so out of 5 stars,
Out of
you
5
give
stars,
one?
I'm being nice.
Wow.
I'm being nice. I was squirming in my seat.
Wow. You heard it, guys. 1.
And they could have cut 20 minutes off that joint.
Oh, man. So the pressure's on me now. At first we had go see it. Now we got don't go see it. I'm sweating. 5 stars. I'm going to give it 2 out the door. 2 stars.
Amen.
I like Grandma. I like the story of I like the part where the family comes together, and saves the day, But again, I thought it was more geared toward kids. I thought it was kind of, low budget. Yeah, I can't say a lot of positive about it, but I'll give it 2 out the door. So guess you're gonna have to make up your mind whether you want to go see it or not, because we got a 4, a 2, and a 1.
Oh yeah. And for
That's
those
a
that
seven.
know me, call me, and I can get a little bit more in depth if you need. I'm your guy. Go see Flash again.
Well, that's all we got for today. Of course, we enjoyed ourselves as usual.
Oh yeah.
If you like what you see, please hit the like button. Subscribe, of course. Bang that notification bell. And if you can, share it. We like to get it out there and let more people see what's going on over here. We're going to sign out tonight. See you soon.